it's a great opportunity to have that go on and then have some speak and do their ask. Moving forward, for 2023, we have our goals. And this year, our goal is 21% for each local association to reach. This is what we did in 2022. So we believe we can continue to do this for 2023. Both of the 21% is the same as it was last year. We also have some contests. The usual is the C.A.R. Directors contest, which is the 100% investment participation of each C.A.R. director at $148. We do have the Battle of the Associations, which is, of course, the highest participation within your category. So you're not going to compete, petites aren't going to compete against the megas. And the investment contest. And this is the one that you get the highest per contributor and have 2% above what you did in 2022 for your RAF. That's just an incentive so that you don't have to reach goal to win this particular contest. The deadline is August 31st, and the contest winners will receive a commemorative award that will be mailed to them. It's usually done at the end of the year, and you usually get them in the beginning, sometime in January. Here are the nuts and bolts of the REALTOR Action Fund. Where does your money go? It's always the big question that your members want to know. The REALTOR, as it states, is an umbrella for all our PACs. And we have CREAC, which is the, I'm sorry, it's CREPAC, my apologies. It's CREPAC Federal. When a REALTOR Action Fund comes in, the money is dispersed. And 70% of it will go to CREPAC Federal. As you can see, the first $1 to $200 is split between 70%, and 30% goes into your local sub-accounts, which is important because for every dollar, you're going to get 30% of that to go into your sub-accounts. And in 2022, the year prior, you guys decide how that split, your 30% will be. So an example of that is if you have a member that contributes $49, 70% of that, or $34.30, will go into CREPAC Federal. 30%, or $14.70, will be split among your sub-accounts, your LCRC, your IMPAC, and your ALF. Assuming a split is 30-30-40, it would be LCRC would get $4.41, IMPAC would get $4.41, and ALF would get $5.88. And it gets a little, as we move forward, the 148, you get $44, 30% of $44, and that gets split into your sub-accounts. The next slide, again, it's the first $1 to $200. And here we are, here is a major donor, which is the California Silver Bear. So anything above 449, 70% is 140, and then 30%, $60, goes into your sub-accounts. And again, this split is how you decide where your association needs are for political purposes. And my last example is $1,000. And it's basically the same as the 449. You get the $60 because the split is the first 200 stays and then 800 goes all into CREPAC Federal. So we only split the first 200. Now comes the REALTOR Action Assessment, or RAA. There's a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but people will say, why does my RAF, how does my RAF correlate with my RAA? And the RAA was designed to help build up our PAC, our CREPAC state funds, which is the funds that you guys, for political candidates and other issues. In 2017, it was, the motion was that the portion of the REALTOR Action Assessment allocated to IMPAC and CREPAC be allocated as such. And so the more you raise in RAF, the more you will get your allocation for your RAA funds that are mandatory. So it's 35% if you reach goal of 21 and you get 5% above that, so 26%, you would then receive 35% of your RAA. If you meet goal, and that is 21% and below, and 21 to 25%, you would get 32% of your RAA. And again, I want to reiterate that $22 of the 69 is for program costs, and the split is $47. So you're going to get 35% of $47 into your sub accounts from your RAA. And then again, same thing, 32% of the 47 into your RAA if you meet goal. If you don't meet goal, but you are at 12%, so it's 12% to 20%, you would get 30% of the $47 into your RAA. And lastly, if you're below 12%, so 0 to 11%, you would receive 10% of your $47 of your RAA. So the better you do with your RAF, and you would get more of your RAA funds. Are there any questions on this?
Lisa, there is. Evelyn Schultz wants to know, is the minimum amount received still $20 to count towards the 21%?
It is actually $15. That is NAR's threshold, but our introductory in California is 20. But if somebody were to give 15, it counts because that's the national.
Thanks, Lisa. And then Alicia wants to know, when you say 21% of the membership, where are those member numbers determined from?
That is determined from the National Association of Realtors. Every year, in October, they pull the October membership numbers for all the states, and every state uses those membership numbers. And I have a matrix. I don't know if I provided it to Peggy yet, but I will. And it shows you how many members you need to reach 21% based off that membership. So I hope that answers the question, because we don't want it fluctuating. In years past, we started off with one number, and you guys, the locals would reach their goal. Then they either drop or gain, and then that they would not be at goal. So both national and the states decided, let's just fix one number that we could all agree upon, and it makes it easy for all the fundraising to be equal. Does that answer the question, Alicia?
It does.
All right. Moving forward. So Aristotle is my best friend, my BFF in my fundraising world. We started working with Aristotle over 15 years ago, probably longer. And Jennifer Hamilton, if you have not met her or worked with her, is amazing. And so is all their staff, Brandon and everyone. And when we first started, my goal was to have live matrix. I do an Excel spreadsheet, which is great, but as soon as I post it, it's outdated. And it's frustrating because I know you guys need numbers and I'm not always available. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to show you the live version of this matrix that you all have access to any time of the day to see where you are in fundraising. And to me, that is a deal breaker, or not a deal breaker, but I think it's a really great tool when you're trying to figure out strategies on how to increase your participation. So moving forward, we also have some widgets that I will also share. What I mean by widgets, they're also on your website, and they are personalized to your association. We brand it with your logo, and it's linked to just your data. So even though it's on the state, we would then have it available to you on your website, and we would have AI 360 work with you and your staff to make this happen. Right now, it's the winners of the Battle of the Associations of 2022 are first up, and they will be getting an email from me. And if you're one of them, look out for an email from me and introducing Jennifer. And then from there, she'll work with you to get these amazing widgets up on your website to also help you increase, because recognition is super important to members when they contribute, even if it's just a simple thank you. Moving on. So,
Lisa,
yes.
Dorothy has a question. She wants to know if Aristotle was updated to include information with the 2023 dues renewal.
Yes, yes. In fact, it should be updating currently, and that's, I'll go online and check that out. So just remember this, raf.car.org. When you click on that, you are taken directly to the REALTOR Action Fund webpage. So this page has a lot of information, but right now I'm just going to concentrate on the matrix report. So when you get to this page, you're going to click on that tab, and you're going to be taken to this matrix page. And right now, we are at statewide, we're at 7% because data is still coming in. So this shows that we have data that we're still waiting on the data from the local associations to be uploaded. Once it's uploaded, this automatically becomes, this matrix becomes updated. So if you want to see, like right now, there's no associations that are at 26%. Move up opportunities. This is where, say you're at 24%, you would have 3 associations that would be available to move up, and it will tell you how many more you need to reach the next level. So it's not just about the 21, and this is why this is important, because if you're in that in between but close, this is an opportunity to maybe get to that 35, to get 35% of your RAA. So just for an example, I'm going to pull an association. I'll do, taking a risk here because I don't know what we're going to see, but let's take Citrus Valley. Right now they're at 6%. They're 527 contributors away from their goal. And this is what it is per contributor, which is also important for the contest, because the contest is based on one of the contests per contributor. We also have it set up so that you can look at it by your category. So if you want to see how everybody's doing in the petite category, you would click here and you would see that 8 associations are below, 4 are kind of moving up, 1 is already at 20. So this matrix will become more, as we get more data, this matrix will become very relevant, and it will probably be really ready and rocking around at the end of February, pretty much after our winter meetings. We'll be able to see some big jumps in these numbers. So I'm excited about this. Like I said, this is a game changer. And here is the local association matrix. Right now, if I pull it up, this is where you would go to see where you stand and how many you need to reach your goal for 2023. Right now, Amador would need 43 to reach 21%. based on their membership as of October 2022. Are there any questions about the matrix? And this is what the widgets look like for the local associations. I know Orange County has one. We're excited that we were able to get them up and running, and we look forward to getting the others. I don't know if it's how it's been working for Drizzy, but hopefully this will be, because we got it for her towards the end of the year. So now comes fundraising activities. How does this work? We have templates already set up so that you will always be in compliance with the 1/3 rule. This document is on the web page, and you can flip through it and look at what type of fundraiser you want to do. Right now, we had the dues billing contest, which was you send it out with your dues billing. It gives an incentive for members to pay, to be put into a drawing to win some gift cards. That seems to be working well. I know several local associations have been doing it for years. Their numbers are very consistent. They usually, for the 99% of them, get 21% using the dues billing. We also have sweepstakes, which is similar to the dues contest, but it's just a bit longer period of time. The dues billing it ends right about dues billing, where the sweepstakes kind of take over, and it helps with getting numbers up. We also, now that we can do in-person events, there are some in-person events that are doable. And if you have an idea of an event or a sweepstakes, I have done some very creative sweepstakes. I had Nevada County they wanted to keep it local. So we created local incentives in there, not just an Amazon card. It was a card to a specific store that people in their area knew. So we also had, like I said, we've been creative, and I don't like to say no. I just want to hear what you have, and then I work with our legal team to make sure that it fits the parameters and the 1/3. The 1/3 rule is for your protection. You want to be able to not spend all your money to raise very little. So this is why the 1/3 rule is in place. It's not just our rule. It's a national rule. It's, you can't change it. It has to go to Congress if someone doesn't like it. But it's just to kind of make sure that you're not overspending. You don't want to spend $10,000 on an event and raise 200. That's just not the best way to use your money. All RAF fundraisers are reimbursed through the PACs, and the split is between the CREPAC Federal, CREAC, CREPAC State, and IMPAC. So 70% of your PAC fundraisers are reimbursed through the CREPAC Federal. So about 6% actually comes out of your LCRC. So please use your funds. They're there for this purpose, and we are here to help you be successful. What's not mentioned in here, and I will bring up, is we have email campaigns that we can work with AI 360 to set up a time certain when you want. If you're doing a sweepstakes, we can have them set out to help those that haven't responded. There's ways for us to make sure that your members are being in touch without you having to do it. There's some rules. Again, that's something you want to do. We just work with you, and then AI 360 takes over and helps you get your targeted audiences that you need. The other thing we did, and I will send out in a separate handout, is Fresno Association asked us to create, if you will, a script for their staff to use when members call to say, what can I not pay? And of course, because it's voluntary, they're very quick to say, oh, you can just, dump the voluntary. The script helps the staff kind of help the members understand the importance, and it offers them information to help them understand the importance of REALTOR Action Fund. Again, it's up to the member if they still want to say no, but our goal is for staff, local staff, not to just go into agreement and just say, okay, no problem. Again, I will make that available to everyone. The PAC recognition is an important part of recognizing your members. We can create a year-end thank you email to all your members that have contributed from $20 to $10,000. And it can come from your president, your outgoing president, thanking them for their contribution. The other thing we can do is we have the PAC recognition policy, which is you can create either an event or provide a commemorative award to recognize your RAF contributors, REALTOR Action Fund contributors. The key here is you can only use 10% of what you raised in the prior year. So if you raised $10,000, you would have in 2022, you would have $1,000 to use in 2023 to recognize your members. You cannot have an affiliate affiliates cannot sponsor any type of PAC recognition because it is reimbursable through the PACs. The other thing that you cannot do is solicit at the event. At this point, that's what the rule is. That could change. And lastly, if you're doing a commemorative award, try and think of, if you're having a great year, that's great, but try to make your award doable for all years, even when you're not doing great, so that somebody in 21 got this amazing commemorative award, and then in 23 they get a certificate. So just keep that in mind as you guys are preparing to do any type of recognition. Try to be consistent.
Greetings from the REALTOR Party of California. 2022 has been an eventful year. All over California, realtors have answered the call and made the commitment to help us meet the challenges that we face at the local, state, and federal government levels by giving voluntary contributions to the REALTOR Action Fund. Now that the year is coming to an end, it is time to close the books and begin preparations for what is certain to be another impactful year in 2023. This is a two-step process. The first step, which the REALTOR Party considers to be the most important element of fundraising, is acknowledgement. There are many ways that a local association can properly recognize and thank its members for the commitments they have made this year. C.A.R. provides you with various tools to help you do that. Let's look at them a little more closely. For example, you could host a recognition event, like a dinner or other social gathering, where you invite contributors and thank them for their commitment. Please remember that all events must be approved by C.A.R. ahead of time. Members also like to receive awards and commemorations for their contributions. Certificates, plaques, trophies, and other awards are a great way to say thank you. Speaking of thank you, you may want to do an email or letter writing campaign. Getting a personalized thank you letter from the association president is always highly appreciated and encourages further giving. Printing a poster-sized image of the RAF-a-meter showing how much your association has raised and displaying it at your headquarters where everyone can see it helps raise awareness and boosts the overall enthusiasm for the REALTOR Party. On an individual basis, lapel pins and computer widgets showing how much a member has contributed are always popular. They acknowledge the member's support and allow them to proudly display their contribution for others to see. After properly acknowledging 2022 donors, it is important to follow up and begin encouraging them and others to give in 2023. Fundraising is the second step in this year-end process. Again, C.A.R. has many tools to help you. The annual dues billing process is the most effective way to fundraise. A local association can create a dues billing sweepstakes fundraiser, which provides the opportunity for a member to contribute to RAF in conjunction with paying the annual dues and be entered to win a prize. Creating an email campaign to go with the sweepstakes always encourages voluntary giving. Many local associations set up phone banks to reach out to their members. Others also use social media like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to help promote the event. An office-to-office contest promotes friendly competition between realty offices whose members belong to your association and encourages giving to RAF for all your members. Finally, in-person fundraising events never go out of style. Your association could host an event like a wine and cheese social or barbecue, or a meet and greet event with a special guest or keynote speaker to raise attendance. New member orientations help your association connect with new members and educate them about the importance of giving to the REALTOR Action Fund. C.A.R. has tools to help you with any and all of the examples we have provided. Please also remember that fundraising is subject to strict rules and regulations, no matter which method you select. Please consult with C.A.R. staff before you begin your efforts to make sure you are following these important guidelines. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for your support of the REALTOR Party.
And that pretty much concludes my official presentation, but I am open to questions. Something you want to ask me, get more clarity on, please share.
So Dorisi wants to know, can we get the RAF video link and share that with our LCRC and directors, etc.? Can we use it to play in our lobby?
Which one, the first one or the first one, the CREPAC, the first one I played? Yes, it's already on the website. You guys can download it already. It's already on the website.
Perfect.
Yeah. Under raf.car.org.
That's probably something we can include in the follow-up as well.
Okay. And yes, you can play it anywhere you want.
Facebook's always a good choice too.
Not sure about that because Facebook goes to non-solicitors. So, but although we're not asking, I'd have to check with legal on that, but let me see.
I suppose I was thinking on members only pages.
Okay. Yes, if it's behind a protected wall on a Facebook for a local association, yes. So long as somebody has to get in to view it. Everything that we do is protected and can only be solicited to realtors.
And we do have a lot of links for the follow-up, so everybody will be getting those. If anyone else has any questions, can you just raise your Zoom hand or just unmute and ask them? Anybody?
Can we get the RAF video link and share with? Yes. I think Paul had a question, but I don't know if I see it anymore. Paul Cardenas?
It might have gone directly to you because I don't see one.
No, I just had the comment about the video early on, Lisa, but thank you.
Oh, okay.
But if you want a question, how is the how is the refund process going?
I haven't.
With respect to the RF, we actually had, and the reason I ask is we had the first request yesterday, and what's really strange is that it was not the 148, so that usually people will pay the 148 and say, oh, they did it by mistake and want it back. This was $35. So they had to actually choose to contribute $35. And one month later, they're saying, oh, we made a mistake. Can we get the refund? So we're going to test the process coming up.
Okay, let me know. I haven't heard. I do know that I've been hearing that it's down through dues billing. I don't know what associations are seeing that, and if they are. Yeah. Did I might have had background.
Okay.
But let me know if you need help. I mean, Katie and I we are working with AI 360. We're working with setting up a template for fundraising, what's the word, flyers through AI 360. where it's kind of a plug and play, and then we can have you go through me because I still need to review.
Right.
And then once AI 360 has it, then they can plug and play and it is sent out. They sent it to me a few days ago, but I really haven't had time to vet it, and I don't really want to share anything that I haven't really reviewed and given it my best, because if I'm going to do this, which will be, again, another game changer, because it will make it faster for all of us to get these sweepstakes flyers out to the members and not have to wait on me or our staff to create it. So that's kind of the goal behind this. So stay tuned. I think there's some other stuff that we're doing with AI 360. There's a lot of things happening in 2023. As you know, there's the Realtor Party Task Force, which is going to be presenting. And so we are up and ready for some changes.
Great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Peggy, with your indulgence, now I do have another question.
Sure.
Lisa, I know that soon, I don't think I received it, you'll be sending the emails for associations
Yes.
to renew their major donor. And I know sometimes you have to do something special if the AE is also a donor and they have to switch things around. So that will be coming. That hasn't come out yet.
No, I haven't had a, I apologize. It's on my to-do, just preparing for other things, but I can send you yours. And it's what it is that you use your credit card, but because it's through a different web form, they know it's not your personal contribution. So it does not get mixed up. It does show until we behind the scenes push a couple of buttons and off it goes. So for a minute, I shouldn't say a minute, maybe a couple of days,
Okay.
you'll see your name twice as your donor, your personal donor, and then as the association.
Okay. No
But-
rush, just wondering. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. You're welcome. Again, thank you, everyone. We are here. We're going to be at the booth in Palm Desert. So stop by, say hi. If you all of a sudden think of a question, you can email me and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. So again, thank you.